doing part 3 of What If the World Blew Up and Started Over. So, new thing, we've got power rankings, which I might do in between episodes, but as I see, number 1, like Iberia red team. Number 2, North Italy country. Number 3, Orange Iberia. Number 4, Greece. And number 5, Ukraine. Ukraine is entirely because of their leader being smart, but so the first thing that's going to be happening in this video, we're going to be doing some more expansion into Africa, because I feel like we haven't done enough of that, because we've almost gotten all of Europe and barely any of Africa. You're probably wondering, but these two small countries wouldn't be able to do all of this. Yeah, that's because there's another country down. Is it like brown? Yeah, brown country. So you've got a new brown African country, and the purple team's gonna have something happening to them. Oh, that's not good. The purple team basically collapsed and then just got annexed, and the green team will be doing some more expanding. But of course, the red team's got to get some of that. Red team will not let them get anything. The red team has to get in on that sweet land. And then, so the next thing is an ultimatum, or basically a threat from North Italy to South Italy, saying basically hand over these lands, or we're going to invade you for them. And they say no, so they're getting jumped. We're going to try something new where we use a lighter version of the colour. Well, they have jumped the purple team, and they are jumping them. And then the purple team sues for peace like immediately, because they didn't actually think they would do that. Let's look at that peace treaty. Lost a bit of land like that, but not that bad, right? Poland will be doing some expanding. Alright, Poland's expanded a little bit more to the east, and Poland is getting chunky. Poland is now chunks. So, at the moment, the world is basically just Europe. And what happens next is going to be the worst event that would ever happen in humanity's history. The worst event ever. Britain and Ireland, UK and Ireland being discovered. Oh no, it's so terrible. And by this French country, every English person's nightmare, the French. They've taken southern England and Wales. That's like northern England and Scotland and Ireland, and Northern Ireland. But still, so that's not too bad. I hope that stays together. But Ukraine will do some more exploring into the east, where they will discover the Caspian. And they will discover the Caspian Sea. Yes, I did say that. And they will like take more, because that's what they want to do, is take stuff. And they can do this because their leader is very smart, and they know how to do it in a way that doesn't piss off the population. And also in episode 1, the red team said, like the blue team, well, it doesn't exist anymore, that they needed to give that northern country independence. If you're wondering why they did that, it's just because it's just basically screw over the blue team as much as possible. Red team formula number 1. That's literally the main formula at this point. And so that's kind of it. This green country and this new country will launch a discovery thing to basically discover all of this. So they do that. So now they are linked up, and they will expand more because they are fiends. They are literally Turkey. You cannot tell me they are not Turkey. And they are going to expand into like Egypt. They really want to get to like the Nile because we know about that, but they can't get to it. Greece is kind of stuck here. Invade other countries, of course. They immediately jump the blue team, where we see the new technique of colouring called filling it in. They push into the blue team, and basically the blue team surrenders and gets annexed into the brown team, and now they are getting large, so they don't want to expand anymore. And this is just invasion town, isn't it? The next thing that's going to be happening when the North Italian country will be invading this smaller country, and when they beat it, they will completely annex it. The triangle team is now not more of a defensive alliance and more of an offensive alliance. They are just building smaller countries at this point, and this little country, like in South France, is very scared. Not surprisingly. But like if they did anything, the orange team and the lime team would probably intervene, which we might see in the next episode. They will launch more discovery teams into Asia, discovering all of the Arabian Peninsula, and I'll show you. I'll come back to you guys when I filled it with countries. Well, we've got 3 new countries here. We've got a purple team, the red team, and the gold team. Why does that keep happening? But they've kind of just appeared. We're just going to say Explorer Groups got lost, okay? Do I need to give more explanation? And a blue team, a blue country will appear. Down here, there will be a blue team that will appear, and they have Cyprus as well. So now everybody's focus now is on this. It's like on that. It's on basically Arabia and like Asia. So the red team here is going to go up and around, filling it in, which looks very weird, but we're just gonna go with it until the red team has sent people to fill in this area, and so has the gold team. So they will meet up, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And then basically they'll be like, "Hey, how about we make a new country away from all these jerks in Arabia? Even though we're in Arabia, we don't talk about that. Let's make a new country, shall we?" So they will make a new country as the new country. So they're already expanding into Arabia. So yeah. And here's when we'll see another war. And all I'm just gonna say, this isn't scripted or anything. It's very unscripted. Between the red team and gold team are both mad at each other. because of this. So the red team will launch an assault and try to cut off the gold team. So they will attack and they will take about that much. They don't reach the sea before the defensive line is in place. And they start, and then they try to cut them off down south. They don't really, they're kind of like, bro. So the red team will manage to push them back, but they lose their offensive down there though, and then they will lose some land here. But good thing is that they've also taken that and that. Boom, boom, boom. And then from here they're in a stalemate for probably about 3-4 years. I would say they're in a stalemate for probably a while. Until something happens that will change the tide of the war. The purple team will join on the side of the red team. And they will immediately push past enemy defences. And they will take the gold team by storm. And they will attack. And they will block their coastal access from the mainland. They will cut it off. And then this falls over to them. And basically the rest falls over to the red team. Let's take a look at the peace treaty, shall we? So the red team is now long. We have a small green country here because it's kind of controversial what they do with the green country here. Most people thought they just leave the orange team, but the red team government's like, no, you cannot do that. They'll just attack us again with more power. And some people thought we should give it to this blue country, which was a big no-no. So they did not do that, and then they decided, hey, let's make a new country, and so they did that. So now there's a race between all 4 of these countries. Like, all 4 of these countries for about the rest of like this. So first of all, we'll have the Turkey country, like going straight over towards where like Azerbaijan, like Georgia and Armenia is. They will take that. The blue team will go straight up, or just go straight to the right. And then this new blue-green country will take some more land, not quite reaching the cap. I said it earlier in the video. I already forgot what it's called. I do know it. I just forget it sometimes. But the red team will end up taking the rest of it, blocking off all the other countries from getting land in the area. People really don't like the red team anymore. They're just like, dude, screw you. Nobody likes you. And they're just like, I don't like anybody else either. Capital update. Capital update. Capital update. The red team has a capital. The purple team has a capital. Green team has a capital. 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 Boom. Bang. Beam. Boom. Bap. Bomb. Bing. I'm pretty sure that's all of them, right? If I missed one, let me know. Boom. We will have a war happening in Iberia between this country and the Lime country. They will be like some of these blue-grey teams stationed troops there off a defensive front, not realizing it was them, and they saw this as an act of aggression when they like attacked people that came close to them. So the Lime team will declare war on them, and they will start pushing. And of course the Italian country will jump them. And then these guys will jump the Italian country. And it's absolute chaos. It's literally chaos. There is 4 nations in this war. Lime, this blue-grey country in North Italy, and like northern France. They're all respectively, it's kind of like 2 sides, the Lime team in North Italy and France and them. France is jumping, is giving the Italian country the jumping of a century, but they would have to halt their offensive at about this line because, oh, a boatload of Italian troops have come to mess up your plans and push you back. So they are being pushed back. But this gives them enough time to push back a bit more. And they push into the Lime team before another player will get involved, and the Orange team will start supplying the Lime team with like weapons. I think we'd probably have like swords or stuff by now. We maybe have like copper stuff. We have basic weapons, I guess. But they will jump and they will take the capital. Let me just put that back there. But they have taken the capital, and the blue team's like, oh crap, so they will take the rest of the country to try to save it, basically. And if you know where this is going, you know it's not looking great for the blue team. They'll try to launch more offensives, but every offensive they launch means losing territory somewhere else, like say down here. So they try to call a ceasefire, but the other guys aren't goddamn having it. And something that just puts the nail on the coffin is the Greek country entering the war on the side of the Italian country. So yeah, the Greek troops are arriving on the front lines and just pushing. It's just a slow collapse, basically. So they launch a mass offensive towards the capital with about 30,000 men, which is a lot for this time period. And they are jabbing straight towards the capital, and the French country will go ahead and surrender, but not before they steal some land. But let's look at a peace treaty, shall we? Oh right, that's what this peace treaty looks like, and the blue team didn't really lose a lot. It was mostly the brown team that doesn't exist anymore, but still. And they did. I think the most that they lost was here when they just kind of nabbed it. But I think that's probably enough to push the Italian country into the #1 spot. I don't know. I'd say they're rising to #1. They're kind of like a Roman Empire in a way, but not really. And there should be like, and then the African green country will kind of just expand a bit more, because that's what they do. And everybody is kind of distracted about that like war that happened, so we just kind of take this, nobody doing anything. But the red team is mad now because they wanted some of that. I'm just gonna say, tensions are rising between the African green country and the red team. Tensions are definitely rising. So, war in the next episode? They will also take that, but they stopped because they're coming unstable. war and civil war in the next episode. But these guys will expand some more. Or, I mean explore, but same thing. It doesn't matter, does it? They will basically just take, like, Eastern North Africa. But after that war, the Turkish country sees this as the perfect time to strike on the Greek country while all their troops are in Italy. So they see the opportunity to strike before the troops are gonna come back. So they will punch in to the Greek country, take Constantinople in a matter of literally hours. Before they just take land. It's kind of, there's nobody really defending it because, as I said, all of the troops are in Italy. They don't even really know about being invaded. The Greek country doesn't until like this point here, where some like mayors from villages and stuff come back and be like, invaders, and they're like, oh poop, we've got to do something about this. So yeah, they're getting jumped now. The Greek country will sue for peace, and we'll look at that peace treaty about now. It's a good peace treaty. They lost Constantinople, which is doesn't really matter now, but in the future it definitely will. And this is gonna make the Greek country mad at the Italian country for taking so long to give their troops back. So will the alliance crumble? I don't know. But anyway, a new alliance will form between the French country and the Danish country. This is kind of like an anti-triangle squad alliance. Poland is really eyeing up this alliance though, because if you remember, the triangle squad, or the triangle team, was made against Poland. So they really want to join this alliance. They might do that in the next episode. The thing is, when I'm recording these, I don't know how long they are until afterwards. So I could have been recording for 5 minutes or 20 minutes and I wouldn't know. But a new country will be appearing. Look at that new country. But then everybody kind of remembers that they need to go east, so they need to like focus on going that way. So they will send more explorers and they will discover even more of like Russia. I'm gonna say this, so this might be a spoiler, but there's not gonna be like a big Russia in this series. There's not gonna be a big Russia. There might be a big like Roman Empire from these guys, but I still don't really know about that. But the Ukrainian country is going to jump on the opportunity to expand because they love expanding.